Hey, what's up, everybody? So I'm gonna go ahead and take you today, kind of through a training vlog of today's session. So today I have deadlifts and close grip bench. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go ahead and get started on drinking the pre-workout and just gonna kind of show you what I do intra-workout, just to kind of continue the fueling of the muscles and make sure that the session goes as well as it possibly can. I think that pre-workout nutrition and intra-workout nutrition is overlooked by many athletes. I think that the dependency on caffeine is great. There's so many athletes out there taking like 300 milligrams or 400 milligrams, which is ridiculous amounts. I take a lot less than that. Now, I'm not trying to say that I'm better than everybody, but there are definitely some areas where people can shift their focus to and get better results. So I'll go ahead and show you real quick as to what it is that I take on my first training day and my second training day, which are normally my heavier days. So let me go ahead and show you real quick. So on a normal training day, this is what I take. Again, normal meaning my heavier training days. So I take 1 scoop of the full blitz and 1 scoop of the Vaso Blitz. These are both by Build Fast formula there. So just real quick, the amount of caffeine I take, not very much. Here are the supplement facts. So a full serving is 335. So I take 1 scoop. You guys can do the math there, but that's basically as much I normally take. I don't like to take any more than that. Sometimes I don't take any at all. But this block, just because it is the summer and I do want to push numbers as much as I can, I'm kind of getting that additional help from that additional caffeine that I'm taking in. And I don't drink coffee. The only caffeine I ever take is just from the supplements themselves. So let me go ahead and get that mixed up, and I'll show you what my pre-workout is. Sorry, not pre-workout, intra-workout. Okay, so in goes the full blitz first. Take a swig of water here. I apologize if the microphone catches up. And then 1 scoop of the Vaso Blitz. So the Vaso Blitz can be used on its own. Can be used on its own. Essentially, this is something that gets added to your pre-workout, but just in itself, it causes some really awesome pumps. If you're someone who doesn't like to take caffeine, this is definitely a good option for you guys to go with. I'm not sponsored by Build Fast Formula, but I do support their products. I also take their protein as well. Sorry, I need to make sure I'm in the camera here. All right, so that's all she wrote for pre-workout. I tend to give it about 20 minutes for it to settle in. Let's go ahead and put together the intra-workout. So just to show you real quick what it goes into intra-workout. Intra-workout here into this gallon. So what my intra-workout consists of is Gatorade. Here we have the Gatorade Glacier Freeze. Personally, a lime cucumber myself. Gatorade, you need to step your game up, make it in that powdered form, so that way we can all have access to, at any time. But I put 1 scoop of that. There's a little scooper that comes in this little container, and then this right here, which is Gatorade Zero, same flavor, but it also has protein. Just to kind of start the recovery process and just have a little bit of protein, so that way your body has something in its stomach, because sometimes the sessions can get a little bit longer. Today should be a pretty short session, but it's always good to just plan ahead. And then I always throw a pack of Element in there as well. So I know that Gatorade already has salt in it, just because of where I'm training. I train in the garage normally. It gets super hot, and in Nebraska, the humidity is a big factor. And I don't have a fan in the gym, so I tend to sweat a lot. I just sweat a lot in general, but with the added humidity and the added humidity, no AC, and me just as a person already sweats a lot, I tend to lose a lot of water, a lot of salt, so I want to try to keep all that in just to avoid, any cramps. I did experience a cramp yesterday during bench, which robbed me of my 5th rep, but it is what it is. I'll get a crack at it. I'll get a crack at it again next week, so it is what it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that I keep saying pre, Jesus. That intro workout together, and we'll get back here, and we'll be at the gym. All right, so we've been able to make it to the gym. So today's plan is going to be a top set of 5, followed by a couple of singles, and then to finish that off will be a set of 7. I know that ideally, higher reps isn't what many people do for deadlift, but it seems to be something that works pretty well for me. This is just like something that's happened historically. Like for me, something that's really pushed my deadlift is 6s. So ramping 6s have always been really good. And personally, I just love to do rep work. So we're going to go ahead and keep those in. And then we have ramping up to an 8 RPE on close grip bench press with a low drop. So after all that's done, I totally forgot that today's my day 2. Well, meaning that normally on my 2nd day and my 4th day, I tend to have a little bit of back work. So I do a vertical pull and a horizontal pull, 2 to 3 sets. So today, just because we are right now working and finishing off the heavy work, will be when I do most of the heavier back work. And then later in the week, I'll be doing a little bit lighter, so anywhere from 12-15 reps on a vertical pull or a horizontal pull. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, I just got done with my top set at 562. It moved okay. I just need to be a little bit more patient off the floor. I was wanting to pull a little too soon, so I was starting to run into my knees a little bit. So, just a little bit of positioning work that I need to work on. So now that I'm done with that, we're gonna go over to some singles. These singles are just to kind of work on what I just talked about, a little bit of positioning. And since I personally, sorry, there's like construction going around, I hope it's not too loud, but the reason I'm doing these singles is because I, as a lifter, kind of struggle with singles. I'm better as the set progresses. So this is going to help me reinforce and giving everything that I have on that first set. Over the past couple weeks, I felt like these have been pretty beneficial with that first rep. It's going to take work. It's not just going to take one block. It's going to be a lot of just chipping away. So I'm excited. as to what's going to happen as I continue using the strategy. I may have to add a little bit of pause deadlift work, maybe. They've kind of helped me in the past, but they've been kind of hit and miss. So therefore, I'm going to probably just stick with deficits. Again, that really helps me stay over the bar longer, helps me make sure that I have good technique, and so on and so forth, helps off the floor. But mostly, what people don't understand is that, that deficits aren't just going to magically help you off the floor. What it's teaching you is positioning, not just what some people think as, deficits add a little bit more quad, so it's going to translate over directly to help you use more quad on your normal comp deadlift. That's not really the case. It's just it forces you to get into a position. It forces you to stay over the bar a little bit longer, because if it's not, it punishes you, right? So, yeah. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get into some singles, and then I'll come back and debrief. All right, I was able to take 505 for a couple singles there. Singles, they weren't too bad. I think they went okay. There's something going on with my ring finger that I don't know what's going on exactly, but it's been like that for a couple of blocks where it just feels jammed. So hook gripping has been kind of a little bit of a hassle. But, the singles went okay. Nothing to write home about. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run into my last set, which is 470 for a 7-piece. So yeah, just what the singles are doing, again, it's just a little bit of positioning work, making sure that technique is solid. It's fairly low percentage, but I think just practicing your setup at a lower percentage, I think there's some merit to that. It's not necessarily going to challenge your position, but it'll help you get your setup right. And if you get your setup right, you're more than likely going to have good position. Well, I just got done with my set at 470 for 7 reps. I don't know what the hell happened, but my phone decided to stop recording. So I don't have a set to show. So that means it wasn't done, right? But it went pretty good. Nothing that was concerning. Technique I think was doing pretty good. Yeah, just regular old back off work. So now I'm gonna go ahead and switch gears and go into some close grip bench. I'm not going to show all the sets. I'll just show the top set. But in between the close grip bench, I'm going to go ahead and do some vertical pull exercise. So what I'm going to opt for today is a lat pull down, work the upper back. If my upper back gets tired on bench, to me it's not that big of a deal here with close grip bench. It's just in SPE, in RTS terms. What that is, for those of you who don't follow RTS or emerging strategies, basically it's a specialized preparatory exercise, meaning that it's targeting a specific muscle group, and close grip bench specifically targets the triceps, some of the anterior delt. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to that. Again, do my ramping up to, I can't remember if it's an 8 RPE or 9 RPE. Then I have a low drop, and then I'm going to go ahead and superset that with some pull downs, and then do a little bit of a vertical pull, horizontal pull, and that should be it. That should be all that she writes. So yeah, let's go ahead and transition over to that. So sometimes when you don't have a partner to kind of help you out and shock your upper back, sometimes you just gotta do it the old school way.
Get some chalk on here. I've been noticing that I keep sliding on the damn bench, so maybe this will help a little bit. I just kind of forgot how slick this shirt is, so we'll see. That's all she wrote. I wasn't able to get horizontal pull in, so you can't win them all. But I'm not too mad about it. Got some good work in today. Yeah, there's really not much else to say. That just some good honest work. Did what I could in the time crunch, and looking forward to this rest day, then finishing out the week. This is week 3 for me. My time to peak is 4 weeks or 4 exposures. So next week will be the final week of my block. It's been going pretty good. So I won't be able to record the rest of the week, as I tend to go to a commercial gym, and I just don't want to deal with the hassle of carrying my tripod around. I don't feel comfortable doing that. Plus, I don't want to accidentally record people who don't want to be in the video and end up getting crapped on later. So just out of respect for them, and just out of want to stay out of issues. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If there's anything that you'd like to know more about, anything about training, or any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out, comment down below. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.